Big shout out to Exotic T. I can't talk, I'm stuttering already and I just started. Anyway, big shout out to Exotic T. Now, I'm kinda irritated, y'all. Kendrick Lamar. There's a number of things that can happen to him, and it could be due to this gesture. A lot of people say that the machine doesn't like when you help or give back. And Kendrick could possibly put himself at risk by this gesture. Now, I don't know if there are going to be other copycats donating like this, or if it just got the notoriety, the little bit of notoriety it got because it was Kendrick. But hey, nevertheless, he went to go help people. Now, it irritates my soul that this did not get coverage like the Drake beef, the label beef, or any of his music. This is bigger than all of that, and nobody cares to share it. It makes you feel hopeless about the world, for real, for real. And unless you know that, we feed off of drama. Anyway, shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Kendrick. This man took care packages down to Texas, and he also took himself and his wife. Beautiful energy, beautiful gesture. And I'm just waiting to see what these Texas rappers do to Trader Truths, the what's the little loud dude name? Ubi Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker. Yeah, and other people too. Because at the end of the day, it could be any of us, y'all. It could really be any of us. Now, I want to get to this video from Exotic C. They're talking about stuff with Meg, Nicki, and Dumpster Juice Cardi. Let's get to it, y'all. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Let's go.
Tell Nicki Minaj to hit me up. I got my own personal story about Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, now D-My Diggins, he sells house. He a creator. He's kind of popular, low-key popular. I believe most of them celebrities know him. They go through him to get their mansions and stuff like that. So I was like, what the fuck does he want Nicki Minaj to hit him up for? So I did my little diggings, and it looks like he posted a video earlier this year. Okay, I believe March, and he was basically explaining the whole Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation. In fact, he exposed Megan for trying to buy a house close to Tory Lanez's house.
I bet you Meg probably tried to throw that meow, and bro didn't catch it. She probably thought somebody wanted that. Let me chill out, because I was about to go in. Is it Dumpster Juice Meg or Musty Meg? It's just something about her that screams scent. Period. It's something about this woman that just totally screams scent. I've never been a fan of hers. It's just something really peculiar about her look, especially when she turns her head certain angles. It's like, But I can see why the dudes in the industry took a chance, took a turn. I can see why. I could definitely see why. Just not my cup of tea. Anyway, let's continue before I just get to talking too much. But I really do wonder what Holmes has to say.
So you guys want to hear a story on how I was working with Tory Lanez right before he went to jail, and at the same time I had a run-in with Meg, and give you my reasons on why I think he really went to jail. Want to hear it? Here we go. So this is around 2021, and I had one of the biggest luxury rental companies in Los Angeles, and that's how we linked up, because he rented this house from me. So from there we start talking about crypto and blockchain, because you guys remember that NFT album that he dropped, so we started talking about that and other future projects. Now we'll get to the crypto stuff in a minute, but let's talk about his new album, what he revealed, and what he said on his new interview with Nelk Boys. Now in this exclusive interview from jail, he explains that there is 4 pieces of DNA on that weapon, one of which of 90% of being one particular male, another male, and 2 other females. Then he reveals, out of all those DNAs, none of those were his. Not only that, he says the DNA testing was never completed, filed inconclusive, sealed, and never to be retested again. And can anybody tell me why that bodyguard that was supposed to be a witness during the trial disappears and then comes back after the trial? Oh, but it gets way more nefarious than that. Now, when this whole thing goes down in 2020 with Meg and Tory right away hires this high-powered lawyer, Sean Hawley, who happened to be on OJ's lawyer team back in the day and represented other A-list celebrities as well. Then 5 days before the case, she drops out. Weird, right? Well, that led to an ethics complaint over, get this, and alleged ties to Roc Nation. Now, based on that complaint, I'm gonna rattle off a couple of facts like this one where Sean Hawley's daughter actually sings background for Beyonce. And the fact that she has a song on this show in which Hawley executive produced because it's loosely based on her life called Reasonable Doubt, which has the same name as Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt. No ties, got it.
The bodyguard disappeared. That was really peculiar to me because it was interesting off the strength that I didn't know that you could do that to the corpse. If you get subpoenaed or this and that, I thought you had to be there, and if you did not, you got in trouble. But on the flip side, he might have gotten silenced by the same people who attempted to silence Tory. It wouldn't surprise me, because if you'll try to silence the person that was involved in the incident and then put it on them, it's no telling what you do to other people that don't matter as much, figuratively speaking, as Tory. I can see, just with my intuition, so much foul play, and I don't know, I think it's about to be some karma coming back around. I really do. How do you seal inconclusive evidence? And this is what I have been telling you guys. They stopped a lot of this stuff in the middle of processing. But the thing is, you throw that lady in there that was supposed to initially represent Tory, you throw her in there with her ties, and then 5 days before everything starts, she is no longer there. They didn't give this man adequate time to do anything, not for the evidence to surface or be conclusive. They didn't give it any time. So now he has to rush and do this with counsel because of the mole he had in his camp on the legal team side. Come on, man. He had all the chips stacked up against him from the start.
So going back to my run-in with Meg, I'll give you the short version. So remember I told you guys that I had a luxury rental business. She wanted to get a house for me. Cool. So in my contracts, all sales are final. So she did not 1, not 2, but 3 walkthroughs. And this was only for a month booking. She wasn't buying the fucking house, but she sees it and says, hey, I want to change out all the furniture because it's furnished. No, that's not in the agreement. So I just say, hey, I can change around a few things, but I can't refurnish everything. I even refunded a day because she checked in late, but then she says, no, I want the whole thing furnished. Well, can't do that, so you're gonna lose your money. Then I say the deposit is forfeited. Usually the full amount is forfeited. And also told them like, hey, this is costing me because I had other clients, but now you're reneging, so now I'm losing money if this doesn't work out. Then she says, no, I want all my money back or I'm suing you. Long story short, I spent a lot of money in court fighting this thing, but she has those Roc Nation lawyers, so it ends my business. But God works in mysterious ways, because if that deal would have went through, Tory and Meg would have been neighbors. Yeah, that house that she wanted was actually my house, so I just rented it to her, and this house I rented to him was next door, so me and Tory were neighbors for a little bit. And I didn't know who this A-list celebrity was until the third walkthrough, and then I found out it was her, and then we went through our whole thing. Now, going back to the crypto stuff, this was what I think he really went to jail over. You guys remember this NFT album? In just 1 minute, he makes $1 million, completely circumventing the entire music industry, coming from artist to consumer. Not only that, but fans were flipping these albums into $10, $20, even $50,000 a piece. I mean, wouldn't this piss off a lot of label owners? And whoever disrupts the system either seems to be unalived or put in jail. I mean, you have Michael Jackson with the catalog, Tory Lanez with NFTs, even back in the day, Sam Cooke with distribution, and Prince too, because it was just revealed on a podcast recently, Will Smith said he was approached by Prince to start an entertainment company with them two and Jay-Z, but just 8 hours later, he gets unalived. So there's that. And yes, Jay-Z.
Man, y'all gotta make this make sense. Like, connect the dots. Real talk. From Angie to Tory to Prince and more. ODB spoke out and boom. Listen, y'all. Some people say this thing is real. I say I don't know. But we're just reviewing this content just to see what we can hear. To see what we can hear. Anyway, y'all get what y'all get it. Y'all totally get it. Masters. I'm gonna tell y'all who I'm really worried about. Chris Brown. Real talk. Tory. Let's get back to Tory. $1 million in about a minute, hour, or whatever they just said, and then you're making it where your audience, the consumers, can make money too. Come on, man. I feel like they tried to insert Meg in that situation somehow so that she could maybe benefit too or take the game back to her label, but it didn't work. It's too many red flags with that situation, y'all, to just look past. And one more thing. There was a woman, there was the, y'all know that list, the EP list? There was a woman they said was in cahoots with him. And this person that they claim was in collusion with EP is still locked up. So if there's no list, there's no crime. So why is this woman still imprisoned? Make it make sense. Where in the hell did the list go? I'm waiting. Now. They're claiming Meg has a new victim. I feel bad for him. I really do. I feel bad for Meg too. I feel like she has some real bad complexes, like as far as just like her self goes and self-esteem and stuff like that. I mean, if you didn't, you wouldn't do half the stuff she says. Yeah, you can blame it on promotion, marketing, or this. It's her brand or whatever. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Now, dumpster juice Cardi. Throw that yellow. Ain't no Bodak. She needs to just regroup. Go back to the drawing board. Focus on your family. Make some music. Don't even worry about a man. Maybe even get those things taken out like K. Michelle did. It is possible. And it's to the point where I've never, ever thought her extension looked nice. I get so sick of it at the bottom of the extension. It's like flat, but at the top it's round. It's weird because it's like, where are they inserting the shots? Are they able to put those improvements in certain areas, or how does that work? Because I'm so sick of these stiff ass BBLs not being proportional. I'll say that. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on everything, you guys. Like the video, let me know where you're tapping in from. I'm out. Peace.